Baby. Enjoy this great game.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel, and today we're talking Hall of Fame. We're getting closer and closer to Election Day. Who's getting in, who's not getting in, and we got to see how it's tracking because it's going to be really interesting. They are being stingy as ever right now, and you won't believe what it's looking like. It's absolutely insane. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot right now. We are on hard times with the lockout. The channel is struggling, and baseball is struggling. They need to get that thing figured out. We need to get free agency back going. We need to get spring training going. Let's freaking go. But for now, at least we have the Hall of Fame to talk about. So I would really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if it's red, because that means you're not subscribed, and it would really help out. We're on the road to 13K right now. So who gets the call for 2022? And it's just insane, you know, how stingy these voters are. This is honestly one of the most fascinating ballots I can remember. You have guys like Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, Curt Schilling, Sammy Sosa is still on the ballot at the same time. You have newcomers like A-Rod and David Ortiz on the ballot. And this is going to be the one and only ballot where you got the old school Bonds, Clemens, Schilling, and the new school Ortiz and Rodriguez on the same ballot, all with either steroid connections or, in the case of Curt Schilling, voters just don't like him for various reasons. And that's what I believe. I believe Curt Schilling should already be in. I think he would have been in if he had gone and retired to a farm somewhere and just been quiet about, you know, everything. I think he would have been in. I think he would have already been a Hall of Famer. And I think he didn't help himself last year when he made a big deal when he didn't get in and asked to be taken off the ballot and things like that. I think he's lost votes, and I don't think he's going to get in this year. I think it's a shame. I think he should be in. I think Bonds and Clemens should be in. Matter of fact, I think Ortiz is a Hall of Famer. But should Ortiz get in and Bonds and Clemens not get in, especially when they're all on the ballot in the same year? That's the big question right now. And it looks like voters are saying yes, because right now David Ortiz is trending very well, and he's the only one who's trending very well. Bonds and Clemens are trending okay, but not quite okay enough to make me think they're going to crack that 75% threshold required for election. I don't think they're getting in this year. The only guy who it looks like could get in, believe it or not, is David Ortiz, who actually failed a steroid test, albeit it was not supposed to be public. It was supposed to be confidential. It was earlier in his career. He played for a whole long time after that with testing in place and never failed a test and had a great Hall of Fame career. I think he is absolutely a Hall of Famer. But the fact remains, he has a failed steroid test on his resume. How could you vote for him and not Bonds or Clemens, who were clear-cut, definite Hall of Famers before they touched steroids? It's an interesting conversation. You could say because Bonds and Clemens just did more steroids, but that hasn't been that's not how voters have voted. Historically, it's been if you've got steroid connections, you're not getting in. Even people who were just suspected of steroids couldn't get in until finally guys like Mike Piazza and Pudge Rodriguez and Bagwell finally got in. And there was no, definite proof with them. Obviously, Pudge Rodriguez played with Jose Canseco and played with Juan Gonzalez and played with, Palmeiro and all these steroid users, and Canseco mentioned him in his book, but Canseco mentioning someone in his book is not proof. But I believe Pudge Rodriguez was roiding. I believe there are definite steroid users who are already in. Maybe all three of the guys I just mentioned did some steroids, and they got in. And it's just a shame right now. I mean, it's a complete mess. It's a complete mess. And now it's going to be, the mess will continue because now Ortiz, A-Rod have just landed on the ballot. So for the next 10 years, they'll be on the ballot. Actually, I think Ortiz won't be on there for 10 years because he's going to get in. And he might get in this year. It appears Red Sox legend David Ortiz has the best chance of being elected to Cooperstown based on where things stand at the moment. 83.5% of the known votes so far. That's no guarantee he'll be above 75% because when the private ballots hit, it tends to drop. So private ballots have not been submitted to the tracker on Twitter, which is done by Ryan Thibodeau. So once those private ballots are submitted, these numbers will drop. That's normally the case. But right now, according to Ryan, he says the question that remains for Ortiz is whether his drop from what the tracker shows on the announcement day resembles what we've seen from Bonds or Clemens, who have dropped quite a bit, 11 more percent. They dropped more than 11% last year. Or will his drop be less, like Andrew Jones, who just dropped 5.1, or Todd Helton, who just dropped 2.4? So if the post-result public voters and private voters treat Ortiz like they treat Bonds and Clemens, Ortiz is likely to fall short. But if they treat him more charitably, which I kind of expect, and they tend to do as they tend to do for other candidates, he has a real chance to get in. So he's tracking very well. We'll take we'll look at all the percentages and things like that. There's also the most recent ballot over on his tracker I want to take a look at, and then we'll take a glance at all the names on the ballot, and I'll give my quick overall thoughts. And I'll put up a video here in the next couple of days with my actual unofficial ballot, the Humm Baby ballot for 2022. It's tough because you only have 10 names, and that's just BS, but that's the rules. 10 names. And I think there's at least 12, 13 Hall of Famers on the ballot right now. But Ortiz he's one of them. There's no doubt in my mind. But that PED connection, how are you going to vote for Ortiz and not Bonds or Clemens? I mean, that's something I can't do. But obviously, many can and are. Then there's all these other names like Roland, Helton, Wagner, Andrew Jones. I'm sorry. Andrew Jones, 10-time Gold Glover, basically the Ozzie Smith of the outfield, except he could also hit. Okay, Ozzie Smith was decent at best. He had no power. Andrew Jones has 434 home runs. What's the problem? What's the problem? And then you have Helton, a 5-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glover. He can't get in because he played in Denver. And then you have Roland. I think he should get in. You have Wagner. I mean, Wagner had a Hall of Fame career. His postseason wasn't that great, but his regular season career, which is the bulk of any player's career, was absolutely outstanding. And I think that Billy Wagner's a Hall of Famer. And this doesn't even mention Omar Vizquel, who is just doing terrible this year after these horrible allegations, which I agree are absolutely horrific allegations. That he hasn't been proven guilty or innocent right now of anything, but it looks really bad with Omar Vizquel. But nevertheless, I'm voting on his career. And as far as his career goes, Hall of Famer to me, no doubt. Maybe I'm a little bit generous. Maybe I'm a generous voter. So be it. I'm a generous voter, but most of the voters are the opposite. Very stingy. They don't want to vote for anybody. So let's take a look at this tracker. This is Ryan's. First of all, before I get into this tracker here and check out everyone, let's check out the most recent ballot. And it just points out what's kind of going on right now. This is the most recent ballot right here. Somebody who wants to be anonymous. So we don't know who this is. But they voted for David Ortiz. And by the way, Jeff Kent is another Hall of Famer, in my opinion, who was not mentioned in that article. But anyway, David Ortiz, he gets voted in by this particular voter, but not Bonds and not Clemens. Just insane. This man failed a steroid test. I get it. It was not supposed to be public. He played for a long time and passed every test, but he did fail a steroid test. I mean, how can you not vote for Bonds and Clemens but vote for him? I don't understand it. He also voted for Vizquel and Kent. That's it. Kent, Ortiz, and Vizquel. So screw Scott Rowland. Screw Curt Schilling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, screw Todd Helton. But it is what it is. This is this guy's ballot. So let's check out now the percentages that are going on overall. And starting here on the left-hand side, we have Bobby Abreu, 11%. He's not getting in. Bonds at 77.1%. So if right now it ended, he'd be in. But that's going to drop. It's going to drop. He's not getting in my opinion. Clemens, 75.9%. It's not happening. No love for Todd Helton, and really no love for Ryan Howard. 1.8, he's not even staying on the ballot. Nor is Hudson, nor is Hunter. Andrew Jones at 48.2, absolutely pathetic and insane. Jeff Kent, 30.6. Tim Lincecum is not even going to stay on the ballot, which I kind of understand. I mean, I'm not going to vote for him either, but the only reason he can't even get 5% is because a lot of voters have 10 names. They don't have room for him. They don't have room to even think about putting him on there because nobody can get in. So these guys keep on showing up year after year after year after year because they can't get in. It shouldn't be like this. To me, these voters are too damn stingy. To me. But anyway, Lincecum, a dude with, 2 Cy Young Awards, 2 no-hitters, 3 World Series championships, can't even get 5%. Joe Nathan's not 2.4, he's done. And here's Ortiz at 83.5. If one person's getting in, it's going to be Ortiz. Andy Pettit, 11.2. Manny Ramirez, 37.6. Here's A-Rod, just 40.6. Not going to happen. Scott Rowland, I guess he's doing okay, 68.6, but he's not going to get in. He's going to fall short. 5th year on the ballot. Not happening. Jimmy Rollins might stay on the ballot. 11.2. And here's Schilling, 60%. That's it. That's it. Sheffield, 46. Not going to make it. Sosa's done. He is tracking okay now, 24.7, but not even close to 75. And look at Mark Teixeira. What is up with Mark Teixeira? 0.6%? 0.6%? He has the lowest percentage on the entire ballot. Mark Teixeira? I don't understand. This is a dude who won a bunch of gold gloves, hit over 400 home runs. Shows what I know. I'm not saying I'm going to vote for him, but damn. And Vizquel, 11.2, he's done. Vizquel's done. He's in his 5th year. He's probably never going to get in. I'm going to go through these names and tell you who I think is in, and we'll count them. Bonds should be in. He's getting in he is in. For my ballot, he's in. Clemens is on my ballot. Helton, I believe, will be on my ballot. That's 3. Andrew Jones is going to be on my ballot. That's 4. Kent, historically, has been on my ballot. 5. I say that historically he's been on my ballot because I might have to leave someone off. I hope it's not Kent, but I might have to leave someone off with all the new names coming in. Ortiz, I believe, is a Hall of Famer. That's 6. Although, there's no way I would vote for Ortiz and not Bonds or Clemens. That's 6. Manny Ramirez and A-Rod, I think they're Hall of Famers. I'm sorry. They're probably going to be left off my ballot just because, again, they did steroids and failed steroid tests during testing, and I'm not sure how much steroids helped their career or not, but I think that definitely A-Rod would have been a Hall of Famer without steroids. I'm not sure about it, Manny, but probably. That's 8. Roland makes 9. He should be in. Schilling is 10. He'll be on my ballot. Sheffield is 11. 500-plus home runs. He should be in. Sosa, that's 12. I think Sosa should get in. And Vizquel is 13. Teixeira, I don't think is quite a Hall of Famer, but good Lord, he should at least have 5%. So there you have it, guys. This is just insane. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. I have 13 names I think should get in. I have to leave 3 of them off. 3 of them I have to leave off. Whether it's Vizquel, I don't know. Whether it's like Sheffield, whether it's A-Rod and Manny. Maybe it's Ortiz himself, just because maybe I'll wait until Bonds and Clemens are off the ballot before I start voting for Ortiz, because Ortiz is going to get in no matter what. He's on there for 10 years. If he doesn't get in this year, he'll probably get in next year. So Ortiz is getting in my opinion. So I might strategically leave him off. Yeah, this is just crazy. Jeff Kent, do I leave Jeff Kent off? I don't know. It's a struggle. I'm really struggling with my ballot. That video will be coming out very soon. Let me know what you guys think. Am I way too generous of a voter? It's just my opinion. I think that based on who has been voted in the past, that all 13 of the names I mentioned are Hall of Famers. They don't, even Sosa. Even Sosa. You guys have a great day. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps out. I really appreciate you guys so much. Check out the Patreon link in the description below, or the join button if you want to further help out this channel on a monthly basis. And you guys who are doing that, you've saved my ass. Without y'all, I would be screwed because of this lockout, and the views are really, really bad right now. So thank you guys so much. We'll talk to y'all very soon. See ya!
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are